Hello there, and welcome back to our channel. If you are new here, my name is Haley.
And I'm Tommy.
And together we're Magically Mickey and more. Today, we got tagged twice in this 20 question challenge.
Yes.
So it is a little getting to know you kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to learn some of our favorite things, favorite memories about Disney. We got tagged once by Frantastic Pins and once by the Disney Duo. We will leave both of their amazing channels linked down below, so make sure you go check them out and see what their answers were.
Yes, definitely.
So Tommy hasn't looked at these questions yet.
And I'm going in very blind right now.
Yes, but they're good, and we like doing these challenges because we like when you guys get to know us a little bit better.
Yeah, they're fun.
Some of the unboxings don't really get to know our personalities, just what we like.
Our sparkling personalities.
Exactly,
yeah.
And we all know that you're dying to know those. So we are going to jump right into the questions. I have them here on my phone.
All right.
Question number 1 is, what is your favorite Disney memory?
I think for me, it'll probably be the first time I rode Space Mountain, because Space Mountain has like this like mythos about it. It's like one of the more hyped up classic rides at Disney World. So I think the first time I rode it and it's like in the pitch black, I was kind of mind blown as a kid. So I'd have to go with that one.
That's a good one. So I have a couple. My favorite one from when I was younger is the first time I went to Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party, and it was super different. I think the first time I was probably like 8 or 9, and it was really different. You didn't have to buy its own ticket. There were just like these awesome parades. I had this super cool Mickey ugly Christmas sweater on. At the time, I didn't think it was ugly, but I wish that I could have it now. But that was a super awesome memory. I went with my mom and my stepdad, and it was just like that Disney magic all encompassed.
Yes, 100%.
And then my favorite one from when I was an adult is probably when we stayed on Disney property for the first time.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Because it's a lot different than when you stay off property, because you have like the transportation and the Magical Express and like the extra magic hours and things like that. So I thought that was like a really fun, different thing, because we don't get to do a lot of new things at Disney because we've been there so many times.
Yeah, that's true.
Question number 2 is, what is your favorite Disney character and why?
My favorite Disney character is, I think this one counts, Buzz Lightyear.
Oh, yeah.
Toy Story came out the year I was born, so I started watching it probably when it came to VHS, about like a year later maybe, and I just watched it all the time. So just out of pure, I don't know.
Nostalgia?
Yeah, nostalgia, and just the fact that
And an OG fan.
Yeah, I've been watching Buzz Lightyear do his thing. I watched it for like years straight on VHS.
So I have a couple different characters. I'm going to have multiples to all of these answers, clearly. The first, obviously, is Sadness.
Yeah. Because
she is just so cute. I love her. I could look at her all day long. Like, I love Sadness. She's just so sweet. And Joy is so mean to her sometimes in the movie, and it's not nice.
It's true.
No wonder she's sad. And then my other favorite Disney character is probably Robin Hood, because / Maid Marian, because that movie does not get enough love, and it is so good. And he's so like clever and funny. Like, I just love Robin Hood.
Yeah.
Question number 3 is, what is your favorite Disney pin and why?
So, my favorite Disney pin is this one right here. It's one of the ones I got when I was a child from the Disney parks. It has Stitch, one of my favorite characters. I like that he has these like really cool gold ears on.
That's a good one.
Yeah, I just think it's super unique, and it's from when I was a kid. So.
Yeah. Can you show this one?
Yep.
My favorite pin is Carl and Ellie when they're old, because I just think they're so sweet, and Up is one of my favorite movies, and in this pin pack it kind of came with like the progression of their life together.
Carl and Ellie through the years.
And they're just so sweet. They've been together forever. Like, Carl has loved her since he was like 8.
Yeah.
It's just so sweet, and then they end up together and they're all old. That's why it's my favorite. All right, the next question is, what is your favorite Disney movie song?
So this one was really hard. There are so many great songs to choose from, obviously. But the one I'm going to go with is Friend Like Me from Aladdin. I just think
That's a good one.
I think it's super jazzy. It's like really, really funny. And it just sort of like, it sticks out, I think, amongst the sort of catalog of Disney songs as being like really unique and original. So.
I agree. And I do like Will Smith's version as well.
Yeah, it's good as well.
So they're both
good. I totally agree.
The OG one, obviously, is probably better because it's more nostalgic, but I think Will Smith did a really awesome job with that song.
Totally agree.
My favorite Disney movie song is A Dream Is a Wish Your Heart Makes.
Ah, classic.
It's just so lovely. And sometimes they do like that stage show when it's not COVID, and they dance to A Dream Is a Wish Your Heart Makes, and it just like makes me cry every time.
It's quintessential Disney.
It's so sweet.
Yeah.
The next question is, what is your favorite Pixar movie? We know yours.
Yeah, I kind of touched on this earlier, but it's Toy Story. I watched Toy Story like 500 times as a child, so.
I have a couple. Surprise, surprise.
You do.
Haley has more than one answer. So one of my favorites is definitely Inside Out, mostly because of sadness,
Inside Out's great.
to be honest, and Bing Bong. But yeah, the next one is Up, clearly, because it makes me cry every time, and I think it's so sweet. And Carl is just like my second favorite character of all time. I should have put him in. And then the third one is probably Coco. I think that Coco is underrated. I think
awesome.
that it doesn't have enough merch. It doesn't get enough love.
I agree.
I think
totally
it's a great movie.
Yeah.
The next one is, what is your favorite Disney park?
So we like have the same answer on this one,
Yeah.
right? But it is Hollywood Studios.
I'm surprised sometimes that you pick Hollywood Studios because you love Animal Kingdom.
I really do like Animal Kingdom, and if you'd asked me this probably like 5 years ago or whatever, I would have said Animal Kingdom.
They've done so
But
much with Hollywood
Studios adding Toy Story Land and adding Galaxy's Edge. It has so much to offer, and it's
I agree.
really cool.
I wish they would have kept Mickey's Sorcerer Hat in the middle. I
Yeah.
think that was
I
like
know,
a way better park icon than the Tower of Terror is.
Yeah.
The Tower of Terror is all the way in the back of the park. Every other park icon, you walk in the gates, you get up, and there's the park icon right there, front and center.
She will absolutely die on this.
I
hill.
will. Hollywood Studios, you have to walk all the way down Sunset, and then there's Tower of Terror over in the corner. So I like Tower of Terror, but I don't think it should be the park emblem.
Yeah, I don't miss the Sorcerer Hat very much.
I do. I get that it
It's
took
just
up
in the
so
way.
much
It was
space.
just in the way.
It was
yeah, it was
giant.
just in the way.
But I loved it. There were like stage shows on there. I loved it.
I get it.
But it is my favorite park as well, so that's my answer.
Definitely.
The next question is, what is your favorite Disney ride?
Disney ride. For me, it is Dinosaur at Animal Kingdom.
I knew it.
I think the most underrated attraction at all of Disney World. It's dark. It's got really cool dinosaur animatronics. It's really fast. You whip around. And it's kind of got like a fun storyline pulling you through. So
Yeah.
I think that's Dinosaur for me, hands down.
Dinosaur used to freak me out
Yeah,
when
it's
I was
spooky
little.
too. It's scary. Yeah, it's
There's
awesome.
like the one dinosaur that's eating the other one, and that's like all I can imagine
It's
from
so
the
good.
time I was like 8 until like 25. Whenever I thought of dinosaur, it's all I thought of. But I have a new love for Dinosaur
Yes.
because he loves it.
Dinosaurs are so cool.
My favorite ride is probably Flight of Passage, just because it is so cool.
It's technically incredible.
It is like Soarin', like on steroids.
Yeah.
It is like the coolest ride I've ever been on. The fact that you can feel the banshee breathing like on your legs is just, they really think of everything, and it doesn't make me sick. And most motion rides,
That's
like
true.
VR rides, make me super
That's
sick.
a good point. That's a really
And
good
so
point.
that one I can actually enjoy, and that one I can actually enjoy the whole thing and not get off feeling nauseous.
Yeah, my mind was definitely a little blown the first time I rode it.
It is the only ride that I think we have ever in Disney waited more than an hour for, and we waited almost 3 hours for this ride, but it was so worth it.
It was worth it, yeah.
The next question is, what is your favorite Disney character experience?
So mine is a little like random, I want to say, but it's when we met Baymax at Epcot.
Yeah.
I think you meet him, and it's like the spot you meet him is kind of like weird. It's like around back in this like sort of like alleyway sort of thing, but meeting that Baymax is exactly how I think Baymax would be, because he like inflates up. So I thought that was like really
it is
cool
like
because
the most on point character.
yeah, I think
of all
it feels
of
like
them.
actually if you were to meet the character like in their movie, that's exactly what Baymax would be like.
And I do like the backdrop that they have for the Baymax. It's like in Heroes Workshop.
Yeah.
So it's like very, very similar. It looks like their room. It's got like all the posters hanging, which is
So
cool.
that one was really cool. Yeah.
Yeah. So I have not yet met Sadness, or that would probably take my top spot, but we have not met Sadness and Joy yet, which stinks, but that's okay.
Yeah, it is what it is.
My favorite character experience was probably when we went to the Christmas version of Hollywood and Dine last year,
Yes,
and we
okay.
got to meet all of the characters while we were eating.
That was super fun.
And like Donald was dressed up in like a Christmas like golfing outfit.
Yeah, it was like an Argyle like Christmas outfit. It
They're
was
just
fun.
so cute, and I
Yeah.
love when the characters are dressed up as other things. Like
Yeah.
when Chip and Dale are at Animal Kingdom and they're dressed in their dinosaur outfits, I think is so cute.
A little crossover, yeah.
Yes, like fuzzy dressed up characters dressed up as different characters.
That's fun, yeah.
It's like character inception.
Yeah.
The next one is favorite character meet and greet, which I think we can just say that's the same thing.
yeah. I would
So
say.
those are pretty similar. My favorite character experience and favorite character meet and greet kind of go together.
Yeah, we don't do a ton of the meet and greets, but when we do, I usually enjoy them.
Yeah.
But for me, it was that Baymax one I thought was super cool.
The next question is, what is your favorite Disney ride soundtrack? So when you go into an attraction, what is like your favorite sounds to hear?
For me, I think it's probably Splash Mountain. I like the sort of like country banjo-y sort of tunes they got going on in there. And Zippity Doo Dah is a good way to close the ride out.
I named my childhood guinea pig Mr. Bluebird because in that song they say Mr. Bluebird sits on your shoulder. But my favorite has to be Soarin'. It's just so nostalgic, and like you hear it and you really feel like you're like going up in the air because there's no narration, so it's just that music through the whole ride.
Sure.
So you don't, it's like the most intense music that you get, I feel like, at Disney.
Yeah.
The next one is, what is your favorite Disney villain?
So this one is like barely a villain, but I like, and it makes sense for me, but I like the character design of Emperor Zurg so much. I wish he was in Toy Story 2 more than just sort of he gets freed from his box and chases them for a little bit. So I don't know if that totally counts as a villain.
Counts. He's a villain.
Yeah, he's just not that like primary antagonist. It's that
Sid.
Yeah, no, it's the fat man.
Oh yeah, in that one, yeah. Big Al from Al's Toy Barn.
I really like Emperor Zurg. I think he looks so cool.
And he's in the rides, which is fun.
Yeah.
So
He's in the ride, and he was in that animated show, Star Command.
Yeah.
So.
My favorite villain is probably Dr. Facilier. Just because I think he's so cool, like the Shadow Man. He's like very southerny villain, and I think that like the way he carries himself is all jazzy and fun.
Yeah.
So I think he's my favorite.
He's got some good songs too.
Yeah. The next one is a fun one.
Yeah.
It is, would you rather go to the Very Merry Christmas Party or Not So Scary Halloween Party?
Would you rather go, or which is your favorite?
I guess which is your favorite?
So I've never been to Not So Scary, so I think by default I have to go Very Merry, which is awesome. But I would really like to do Not So Scary. It seems like a lot of fun.
It is.
I think I like Christmas more than Halloween, though, so I'm going to default to Very Merry Christmas Party.
I have been to both. I have not been to Not So Scary Halloween Party in a couple of years.
Yeah, a while.
The one thing I will say about that is there are some fun character meet and greets usually at that one because they bring the villains out and things like that. So
super
that's cool.
Yeah, it's super cool.
But I will always choose Very Merry Christmas Party.
It's great.
I love the food. I love the merch. I love the snow that comes down on Main Street.
I love the 19 sugar cookies I get.
That's true. You get so many free sugar cookies.
So many sugar
but
cookies.
A couple years ago, my mom and my cousin went to Not So Scary Halloween Party, and we woke up the next morning for breakfast. And if I can find it, we'll put the picture in here. It is just me eating cereal with 2 giant piles of candy.
A preposterous amount of candy.
Yes, you get a ton of candy.
Yeah.
So while you don't get sugar cookies, you do get a ton of candy. The next one is, what is your favorite Disney collectible?
I think for me, it would be a new one. It was a gift from our friends Brandon and Heidi over at Always Sunny, and it is a Woody Funko Pop sitting on top of RC.
That is an awesome one.
As you probably know from this video now, I really like Toy Story, and it's just like a super, super cool Funko Pop.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
My favorite is tough, and this is kind of like a broad category of collectibles. I really like the Loungefly backpacks, the ones that are very characterized. I don't like the subtle backpacks. I want like the cosplay, looks like the character attached to the bag backpacks.
Yeah.
So I really like that one. My favorite one, I have a Baby Yoda one, which is obviously probably my favorite.
Yeah.
But then I have a 3 Caballeros one that I got from a Bibbidi box, and it is awesome.
Super cool, yeah.
So I really like those, and I think they're going to be fun in the parks because you can kind of coordinate your backpack to the park that you're going to in the attraction, which I think is super fun.
Sure, yeah.
All right, the next one is, what is your most unique collectible?
So I'm going to go back to Funko, and we recently
Yes.
were lucky enough to acquire a Splash Mountain Funko Pop set of the 3 Brer characters. And as everyone knows, Splash Mountain will not be around for much longer, so I was really happy we were able to scoop that up.
Yeah.
And in a few years, it'll be considered pretty unique, I think.
Yeah, and before somebody could put them in the internet for $500.
Yeah,
so.
something crazy.
Yes. My most unique collectible, we were actually cleaning my mom's house out recently, and I found a tea set that was made in Taiwan, I think.
Yeah.
And it is like old school, hand painted Disney characters, and like Mickey still had like the long pointy nose, like that kind of stylization.
Asian interpretation of the characters
and
as well.
They're definitely super, super old.
Yeah.
If we can find it, we will insert a picture in right here.
Yep.
And that, I think, I've never seen them anywhere before. I don't know if they're valuable or anything, but I think it's the most unique thing that I own as far as Disney goes.
Sure.
The next is your favorite Walt Disney quote. He is a man of many quotes.
Yes. So this one, the one I went with is, "It's kind of fun to do the impossible." I just think that's such a cool and like fun perspective to have on life and tackling challenges. So.
Yeah, instead of like letting them get you down and thinking that you can't do it, just like it's fun to actually be able to accomplish
the
it.
challenge is part of the fun. Yeah.
That's super fun. My favorite Walt Disney quote is, "Laughter is timeless, imagination has no age, and dreams are forever," which I think is super fun because as childless millennials in Disney, I think that really resonates with us.
Yeah, that is like our motto, our way of life.
And like we kind of just live our life like we are constantly like laughing and goofing around with each other. So I think that that's like a super important part of life, and I think he hit the nail on the head there by creating a space where people of all ages can go and like feel like kids and laugh and have fun and dream.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, we are on number 16, and this question is, what is your favorite Disney princess?
So for
who is your favorite Disney princess?
I'm going to go with Jasmine. I think she's smart. Yeah, I think she's smart, funny, and she has a pet tiger, which is very cool.
My favorite Disney princess has to be Moana. That's my girl. Baby Moana is the cutest, and I think she's just so like independent, and she was gonna do what she needed to do to help like her village, which is really cool.
Yeah.
And she like just followed her dreams and her calling, and she did it, and she made it happen, and she saved everyone.
It's a good pick.
Number 17 is, what is your favorite Disney snack?
So mine is one specific snack in general. It is a strawberry sugar cookie ice cream sandwich from, is it Dino Bites?
Yeah, in Animal Kingdom.
Dino Bites in Animal Kingdom. It's like these massive sugar cookies with strawberry ice cream in between.
It is seasonal, but
Yes,
they always
it is
have
seasonal.
an ice cream cookie sandwich. They just don't always have the strawberry shortcake one.
And I'm sure the other ones are just as good. I've just only had the
It
strawberry
was really
one.
good,
It
though.
was awesome.
All right, my favorite Disney snack is kind of niche, and it doesn't exist anymore.
It's discontinued.
It was at the China Pavilion of Wine and Food Festival, and it was a duck bao bun.
Yeah.
We must have gotten 7 of them when we went the other year.
Yeah, we usually go to a stand and then be like, all right, cool, we got the things we wanted,
Yep.
and then move on. We kept coming back to China.
Yeah, every time. We got a baijiu punch and the duck bun every single time.
They're really good.
The next one is very straight to the point.
Yeah.
It is Olaf or Sven.
I really like Sven. I think he's adorable. But Olaf has one of the better songs in recent memory, I think. I think his song is really good.
Yes.
Is it Summertime?
Yep. So I would probably have to agree. I want to pick Sven because he's just so cute and like snarky and funny, even though he can't talk. But Josh Gad just nails Olaf's voice and singing and his personality so much. So I think I'm going to have to go with Olaf also.
Olaf, yeah.
Number 19 is, what is your favorite underrated Disney movie?
So for me, it will be Treasure Planet.
Oh.
I really like Treasure Planet. I think all the character design is really cool. I feel like it doesn't get a ton of love, which I don't really understand.
I agree.
I think it's awesome.
Yeah, I've seen more from Treasure Planet recently than I ever had in the years near where it came out.
Yeah, it was a huge flop at the time, but I really like it.
Yeah. Mine has to be Robin Hood. I think it's so underrated. I think that people don't watch it. I don't get it. Maybe because there's been so many versions of Robin Hood made that the Disney one just kind of like falls in with those. But if you have not seen the Disney Robin Hood, where he is an adorable animated fox, go watch it right now.
It's a lot of fun. It is
super fun.
Yeah.
All right, question number 20, I think is the hardest question that we've had to answer today. It is Marvel or Star Wars?
So I was a Star Wars fan growing up. I liked the original trilogy, and I was around the perfect age for when the prequel trilogy came out. So Star Wars will always have this nostalgic grip on me because I was a fan of it as a kid. So for me, it's Star Wars hand down.
That makes sense. For me, this is really hard because Baby Yoda is in the Star Wars realm.
It's true.
And The Mandalorian, which I really love. And I like the movies enough, but I love the Marvel movies.
Yeah.
The Marvel movies are ones, it's like one of the only fandoms where I think I've watched every single movie that they've released. I really like Marvel. So I think even though, sorry Baby Yo, I'm going to have to betray you on this one, but I think my favorite, I'm going to have to go with Marvel.
No, Marvel's good. Yeah, I like Marvel a lot too.
Yeah. And I'm really excited. We were supposed to go to Disneyland.
Yes.
The day that the Marvel area of their park was
Avengers
opening.
Campus is the name of the segment.
And now Disneyland isn't open. So that was super duper fun. Thank you so much for tagging us, both of the channels. Remember, they are linked down below.
Go check them out.
If you want to do this 20 question challenge and you have not been tagged yet, we tag you.
Yes.
And let us know when you do it so we can go and see your answers and learn a little bit more about you.
Definitely.
If you like this video, please consider subscribing, hitting that notification bell so you can get those notifications every time we post. And if you enjoyed this, give it a big thumbs up.
Thanks for hanging out with y'all.
As always, thank you for watching.